Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon to all. Within our section will be started to 5. YouTube Live and Facebook Live is also going on. Please check it there also. Who are facing any problem in air witness, they can join in Facebook Live also, YouTube Live also. Okay. Sorry, students. Sorry for the inconvenience. Today's section was cancelled. On the next, yeah, Sarah has joined. Good afternoon. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, yes, Maheshwari madam.
Yeah, yes, sir. Just now we are going to call you. Bharat Lakshmi ma'am also call you, sir.
Yeah, actually, what happened is power gone at exactly 3 o'clock, and it came back just now.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can continue and introduction yourself.
yeah. 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me. Madam, madam, could you see my slides?
Yes, sir. We can.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi all. This is Mogalapalli Elvisetti, tech lead formulations R&D, working basically on the topical formulations. Uh, we are working for topical formulations for India market, Russia market, and US market. Uh, Here, I wanted to mention the formulations what we work. We are working on the formulations not only for existing therapies. We do new products also along with current products. New products means different formulations which are uh, what we say new drugs or existing drugs for different therapies and new formulations, like if you say ointments are there, we modify that to creams or gels for giving more aesthetics or improve the formulations, current formulations. All those activities also we do. And basically I am a doctorate from Andhra University College of Pharmacy. uh, I have completed my pharmacy doctorate in 2009, and after that I moved to industry, and from last 13 years I am continuing in the industry as a formulation developer. Yeah. Okay. Before going to the session, I want to convey happy wish you happy New Year. Uh, and you have a great year ahead. Okay. And before going to the session, we require to understand how the topical formulations work, and those topical formulations generally we apply onto the completely, mostly onto the skin, and uh, understanding skin is very, very important. Understanding skin is very, very important, and here skin is having multiple layers: stratum corneum, epidermis, and dermis. And dermis also is having multiple layers: stratum granulosum, spannulosum, basilae, and the in this also it will be multiple ingredients will be there, like keratinocytes, Langerhans cells, melanocytes. All those ingredients will be there, and these are the ingredients which will protect overall body. Skin is the protective layer for the overall body, and the main function of the skin is protection. And some of the other activities will be there, like secretion. All those properties also will be there, and the structure is basically we can divide into majorly uh, stratum corneum, epidermis, and dermis. In If you have already explained you guys about epidermis, and coming to dermis, you have major components will be like fibroblasts, adipocytes, macrophages, and mast cells. These are the ingredients will be available in this, and apart from that, sweat glands also will be there, where uh, you will see sweating will happen, and through this sweat will be secreted. And from this inside innermost layer will be subcutaneous layer, and fat layers will be there. And these are the layers we have in the skin. And this skin is very, very important for regulation of the body temperatures and most of the other functions also. Before going to the our topical formulation, how we develop, I wanted to explain all you guys about the skin. As I have told, these are yeah, before last in the last slide I have explained about the skin, right? And it is the all these are the properties of the uh, skin for the human body. It is, I told, it is protective layer from external factors, regulate body temperature, and plays a critical role in hemostasis, and it is basically self-repairing barrier. Why we can say it is a self-repairing barrier is because generally it will try to repair on its own. If you have any small scratches or small wounds, where you can wash it and keep it like that, it will regenerate on its own. Maybe small scratches may be visible, but everything will be cleared off within some days. That's how we can say it is uh, self-repairing barrier. It is a metabologically active site, can show immunological, histological responses on stimuli. This indicates that immediately it will give responses very immediately, and it will give uh, 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 immunological responses very fast whenever we have stimulus. And the skin is very very accessible, rather than other for other formulations, like for the tablets, or uh, like for tablets or injections, we require some devices. However, for the formulations like topicals, most of the topical formulations we can apply very easily, and it can be applied with bare hand, or with washed hands, and small applicators are required. That's it. There is no expertise may not be required. We may like that how we use tablets, the topical formulations also will be used with that much ease. And more it is different topical formulations were there, like creams, gels, ointments, lotions, foams, and these are the general topical formulations which were there in the market. And these are the different approaches, based on the these are the selected based on the disease conditions, site of action, physicochemical properties of the drug, dosages, and patient compliances. These are the basic agenda behind the selection of the different topical formulations what we develop before going to. And if you consider the market, it is very very huge market. And in the formulations, topical formulations, we have the most of the formulations which will be acted locally. Mostly topical formulations were there, and very rare or very less percentage of formulations were for systemic applications. And with these formulations, the global market is going to reach by 2025 to 130 billion. It is very very huge. And not only these topical formulations, apart from these, many cosmetics formulations also mostly uh, were supportive for this. Um, Topical formulations are used local and systemic effects. Local effect means the action will be there on the skin. Like if you have itching or acne, or near to skin pain segment, or the moisturizers. All these are for local effects. Okay. And coming to systemic effects, some of the dosage forms which are there for the systemic effects also, uh, like uh, uh, like uh, um, if you some antihypertensives also were there as a systemic for the systemic effects. And those formulations will release the drug to the systemic circulation to the blood, and it will be acting. That's how these anyway percentage of these formulations are very less. However, we have to consider it as a major part of the formulations. And these are the generally major components uh, uh, where we release the drug and act in the skin. Those formulations are topical dermatological products. The drugs which are giving the effect to systemic circulation, those will be called as transdermal formulations. And coming to the topical different types of formulations, ointments, gels, I told already, and it can be applied only onto the surface of the body, including eye and nasally, vaginally, rectally. These are the formulations can be applied throughout the body. And there are some additional requirements if we require to apply onto the not only onto the skin or onto the other body cavities surface body cavity surfaces. Then we may have some other additional requirements like sterility, all those things we have to take care during manufacturing of those formulations. Most of the as I told, most of the formulations which were having therapeutic agents will be called as therapeutic medicines, and if in any unmedicated medicated drugs are there, those will be called as protectants or lubricants. Before uh, during product we require to consider all these factors what I am explaining in this slide. Here the important factors which will be considered during product development I am explaining. And I may give some of the examples which are considered during product development, or uh, like target product profiles, we can say. Okay. Before here in the initial stage, when we are designing all these drug design, formulation design, and product design, all these three will be hand in hand. And when we are considering to develop the formulations, we require to understand what is the important factors, what is the target disease condition, and what is the requirement of the formulations to go into action site, and whether that drug is acting in the skin layers, where in the skin layers, like whether it is going to act in stratum corneum, dermis, or epidermis. And most of the drug diseases will be there in epidermis and very higher layers of the dermis. That's it. Like psoriasis, atopic dermatitis, all these diseases. For those drugs, we require to send the drug into those layers. That's how we require to develop those formulations. And here during this dosage form design, we have to take care that our formulation should not have any impact onto the skin layers. That means one is it should not alter any other activities of the skin. And second thing, there should not be any toxicity also. During development, we have to use the ingredients which are having very less toxicity or acceptable toxicity. That understanding we have to develop during formulation development itself. uh, During this time, we have to develop different formulations uh, which will be having clinical efficacy. And before moving to clinical studies, we require to understand how how these formulations are being developed, were acting in animal models also. And most of the topical products we have most of the topical products we have will act as skin layers, as I told, and we understand the concentrations available in the skin by applying onto the animals like rats or rabbits. We apply those formulations to them, and we understand how much concentration is going into the skin layers, as well as into the uh, bloodstream, so that we can say how much percentage is available in the different layers of the skin, so that how much it is going to be acted. These generally these animal models will be used for screening of which prototype is working better for the target conditions. Apart from this, all these considerations, we have to consider the quality of the product quality, as well as the aesthetics of the formulations also we have considered under formulation design. In this, if you see the already people, most of you people were using topical products, and some of the products you may like and some of the products you may not like. That may be because of the different perspective of your application easiness. That is one thing. And second thing is, whenever you are applying those formulations, you may feel stickiness or any other observations which are giving you inconvenience. Those factors also, you may like some of the formulations, and you may not like some of the formulations. Those things we generally consider in the formulation design, aesthetics of the formulation, under aesthetics of the formulation, where the whenever we have possibility, we wanted to improve the aesthetics, so that whenever you are applying, there is no stickiness, or there is no the staining of the cloths. All these the general problems we face whenever we are using topical formulations as a patients, or as a users. Okay. And we are generally we try to avoid or minimize those problems during formulation designs. Okay. And we require to consider the problems, external factors also, like the consumers and the different technologies that can be used. Why I am saying is consumers, we require to connect with the different doctors when we are going for the launch of those products. We connect with different doctors and understand their perspective on the product developed. If any modifications, if they have suggested, we consider to modify those suggestions, so that it will be very easily marketed. Yeah, okay. And these the apart from that, we have to consider different competitors also. This, it will be designed in the initial stages of the development, so that we can very hello we can market those formulations with ease. Yeah. We have to I have explained till date regarding everything, all these things. This slide is replicative of those different aspects. And here we have to define before after understanding of the complete target profile, we have to consider or defining all these target product profile in very very granular way when we are proceeding for the product development. Like I told, what is the therapeutic indication and why it is required is, if we have the topical product therapeutic indication, what are the different products available in that, like the formulations which are giving solutions is better fit, or any other creams or gels for that indication. What are the different prototypes already, what are the products which are there in the market, we will understand, and based on that feedback we will consider what formulations to be there for this product. And second one is, next one is known comorbidities and different problems which are there with along with these diseases, and what are the target populations. If you consider the target populations is working men, and it will be very difficult for them to use the formulations if they are working and going to offices, or they are having mostly in travel, like local travel or something like that. And if you use those like product like ointments like formulation onto the skin, and going outside it may stain your clothes, that is one of the problem. And second problem is, if any dust or any external factors were there which was fallen onto the skin where product will be was applied, it will remains there itself till it was being washed. Then that is that may create another type of problems. And that considering those things, we have to develop the formulations, next technical performance, posology, route of delivery, formulation type, all these things will be defined during this. Next one is organoleptic properties. Why we have to consider organoleptic properties is, if you if our product is giving bad odor, it should be masked. And if you have wrong type smell is coming from the formulations, we have to mask. Otherwise no one will be using. In the case of other dosage forms like ointments, or other type of dosage forms like tablets uh, or injections, there is no possibility of changing this, or no, there is no requirement frankly. Like if you have tablet, once you are gulped into your mouth and it will be acting, that's it. There is no impact on the organoleptic properties except for the products which will stay for some time in this mouth. All other formulations there is no requirement. Like for injections also, ease of injection is main thing. Otherwise everything will be given by doctor, and there is very less pain or something like that. We will consider. There is no organoleptic properties are required for injections also. When after application of any topical products like ointments or creams or gels, you are going to see that whether the disease condition is improving or not, with respect to disease, and whether it is it is creating problematic to you. That is very very important in the case of only topical products. That's how these are the formulations we have to develop very carefully. And target site of action, I have explained in the previous slides about the target site of action, whether the target site is skin or systemic circulation. We have to understand, if the formulation is for skin local action, then we have to understand what is the absorption of the drug into the systemic circulation, and is there any toxicities going to be created with that systemic circulation, systemic absorption. We have to understand and we have to study whenever we are developing into the clinical. And anyway, clinical performance is very very important, and cost of the goods and target shelf lives, all these things. And one more thing we have to consider under target shelf life is most of the topical products are less stable formulations with respect to uh, physical conditions. Why I am saying is, if you have different formulations like ointments, creams, gels, all these things, they tend to destabilize upon time, based on the properties of the ingredients what we are using. Like if it is ointment, there is no mostly the separations will not be there, because it is a continuous and single ingredient will be there in the continuous phase. One is white petal atom, and in the case of creams it is basically emulsions, where in the creams we have two phases. One is oil phase and aqueous phase, and these two phases will be trying to separate out, and we generally stabilize those formulations with using by using different emulsifiers. However, it will try to separate out into two phases. Those based on those properties, we require to evaluate in different time points and understand what is the shelf life of the product. If you see, why I am saying this is very very crucial, if you see anything liquid is oozing out from your formulation, you are going to use, it is very difficult. Like in the case of tablets, you don't find generally in most of the tablets after shelf life or after expiry date also, you are going to see the tablets as it is. There is no difference, at least in visible condition. But in the case of topical products, you can see the difference very easily, and most of the market complaints will be seen in this area. That's the reason we have to be careful in defining shelf lives also. uh, Different dosage forms are available uh, uh, as a topical dosage forms. We have to consider before when we are selecting dosage form, we have to consider different factors like properties of drug substance, like molecular sizes, partition coefficient, solubility or melting point, uh, ionization, pH independent stability, chemical stability, therapeutic dose, and duration of action. All these things we have to consider as part of properties of the drug substance. Like it is very very important. Like the factors like molecular size and partition coefficients. Like when we are applying onto the skin, as I have explained, it is skin is basically uh, an extractive organ through for the body. That is one thing. And second thing, it is barrier system. What How we can say it is a barrier organ is it will protect the organs of the body, and the not only protection, it will give the excretion of the sweat or some of the ingredients through sweat also, it will be excreted. That means generally it will not allow the skin will not allow anything to the body, and this excretion means it will excrete or release sweat. That means uh, the basic property of the skin is it will remove the ingredients from the dermis to epidermis and epidermis to stratum corneum and release outside. But our drug, for the good action or therapeutic action, we have to apply on the skin. It has to go in the path which is reversal to the skin properties. Like our drug, when we are applying onto the skin, it has to go through stratum corneum, and after that it has to go to epidermis and dermis, where the drug's site of action is there. That means we are working against the natural phenomena of the skin. That is very, very difficult. Like in the case of other dosage forms, we are we are adding or we are taking a tablet. It is going to be absorbed along with our body food contents, and will be absorbed along with our food contents, so that it will act. But in the case of skin applications, it is acting against the natural properties of the skin. That's how we have to work more and more, and by giving different ingredients, and by that is the reason we have to consider all these partition coefficients, all these properties. Drug molecules should give us the possibility of those things. Okay, and apart from those properties of the drug, we have to consider disease conditions, like nature of disease, pathological conditions, or spread of the disease. How much area we have to apply. In the case of like body surface area, like in the case of psoriasis or acne or scalp diseases, we have to consider the how much area we have to apply. If it is very, very small areas like acne, we have to apply very small quantities, and we should have good concentration of the drug. Then only we will get the efficacy. If it is the case of psoriasis or atopic dermatitis, it will be like throughout the body. How much body surface area? For some of the people, it will be less than 3% or 5% body surface area will be there. For some of the people, it can be near to 60% or 70% body surface area also will be there as a disease condition. Based on that, we have to develop the formulation in such a way that it will give the effect and easily spreadable all over the body surface areas wherever it is required. And the conditions like atopic dermatitis and the psoriasis conditions, uh, the skin layers will be doubled or proliferated very fastly, and those things we have to consider, which type of formulation uh, we have to develop for those disease conditions. Next thing is complaints in some of the areas I have explained already about the skin good aesthetics and fast reliefs. In the case of pain segment, we require to consider fast relief and dosage regimen, whether formulation to be applied how many times in the day, or how much time we have to keep and keep we have to apply and keep for how much time we have to be there before washing. And preferably non-greasy formulations, elegant of the formulation should be there. All those factors we have to consider. Yeah. Different topic formulations are uh, we have multiple topical dosage forms, like uh, powders, creams, lotions, ointments, emulsions, gels, aerosols. All these are the generally topical dosage forms. I will explain how these ointments or creams will be manufactured in the later slides. And apart from these conventional systems, we have multiple topical dosage forms, which are polymer systems, whether those are biodegradable or non biodegradable. Second one is hydrogels, different transdermal patches or films, and apart from that, there are multi-particulate systems, nanoparticles, uh, microemulsions, nanoemulsions, liposomes, ethosomes, neosomes. All these types of formulations can be applied uh, onto the skin for the delivery of the drugs. And mostly, if you consider all topical formulations are as 100%, most 99.9% formulations are only conventional dosage forms. These are the other dosage forms what I have explained, what I have told just before. Those are the formulations were very less and under development. And but let us focus on these general or conventional dosage forms. Ointments are basically mostly were based on white petrolatum or petrolatum based uh, ointments. And Vaseline, in that Vaseline medicament will be dispersed or dissolved and will be given as ointments. uh, and these are the formulations. The problems with respect to ointments were these are the formulations which are greasy, and we have to apply with some pressure, and there may be some advantages of ointments also, and these are the formulations which will be chosen for the disease conditions where the skin is completely dried off, or where we require some moisturization is required, or should be retained onto the skin. In those conditions, these ointments are preferable. And these are, as I told you, these are the formulations which are very greasy. These formulations will be giving some staining onto the skin, or those problems also will be there with this, and it is very difficult to wash off also. As I told you, when we have to apply these formulations are to be applied with some pressures. The disease condition may support you or may not support you for the application also. And during washing also, we have to apply pressure onto the skin so that it can be removed with washing. That's how the for avoiding or for minimizing these problems, we have to it was another form of these formulations. We It can be creams or lotions. In these creams or lotions, uh, the formulations will be a combination of water and oils. The oils are like same as ointments, but the percentage of oils will be decreased in combination with water. You know, water and oil both will not be miscible. That's the reason we have to add some emulsifiers and form emulsion. And these may be oil may be dispersed in water, or water may be dispersed in oil. And uh, these applications are generally very less greasy and easy to apply, and very easily washable also. These formulations will act as good emollients, and it can be applied not only onto the dry skin. Any type of skins we can apply, and easily spreadable formulations by the creams and lotions. These creams and lotions are generally emulsions. Next type of formulations are gels. These are the gels. Typically, some of the gelling agents will be there, and those gelling agents will be dispersed into the water and to form gels. And these are the continuous phase in these gels are generally water, and it is very easily spreadable onto the skin. And when we are applying gels, it should be uh, like very easily spreadable, and there should not be any film forming onto the skin. That is very important. These are the better formulations for application on for application. Uh, and it can be applied in very easily. There is no pressure is required, and there is no painfulness will be there. And most of the skin conditions we can apply, like in the case of body pains or knee pain, there is no pressure to apply. But if we give pressure, the pain will be increased during application. Okay, and like in the case of acne, acne maybe small spot only onto the facial skin. However, it may be painful. When we are applying gels, it will be just we'll apply, and there is no painful condition. In the case of foams, it is foams are approximately from last 10 to 12 years. These are the formulations were famous, and these are the formulations. Not only it will form bubbles with the help of pressurized gases, and these are the formulations can be used onto the skin very easily. And next type of formulations are aerosols. The mostly it is applied for the pain segment, and the aerosols are the formulations our deodorants. These also will be there, and very without touching the formulations also we can apply wherever it is required. And in this case, mostly alcohols also will be there along with the medicament, which will give the highest skin penetration, and it will be dried off very faster manner, like within minutes, within 5 minutes or something like that. It will be absorbed and evaporated, considering that it will give you completely dry within 5 minutes means after 5 minutes you can go out with ease, that no one knows that you have applied something onto the skin. The formulations like sprays, these are the sprays also will be used, and maybe the droplets may be formed in a variety of ways, but generally the results, there is no application with hand. Mostly aerosols and sprays, where aerosols are generally will be used with compressed or pressurized cans. In the case of sprays, mechanical sprays will be there, and with the mechanical spray pattern we will give the sprays. Apart from these conventional dosage forms, there are liposomes, ethosomes, transferosomes, neosomes, nanoparticles. All these particles also can be part of the topical dosage forms for improving the skin penetration and skin retention onto the skin retention, where the action site drug has to be acted. Here most of the formulations like ointments or creams or gels will be manufactured in general cream manufacturers. Generally these cream manufacturing vessels are looks like in this slide what I am showing. And generally cream manufacturing vessels contains three vessels. One is manufacturing vessel, that is in the middle, and the second is oil manufacturing vessel, oil vessel, and third one is water vessel. I told in some of the cases we require to mostly we require to add two phases, where generally aqueous phases will be there, oil phases will be there, and these two will be mixed with the help of emulsifiers. The aqueous phase will be made in the one of the vessel, and oil phase will be made in another vessel. These two will be mixed in the main manufacturing vessel, which is there in the middle, and it has to be different mixed. Normal or stirring is may not be possible. That's the reason we have to use a different kind of anchor mixing. That anchor mixing is like this. In the main manufacturing vessel, the mixing tool is like this, which was in the picture, which was there in the right side. So that complete mixing, the ointment products or like or creams which are very very highly viscous products, the mixing is challenging. For that efficient mixing, we have to use this type of mixer contents. I am playing a video where we general manufacturing procedure of the ointments. Sorry, wait, it was missing.
Excuse me, sir. We are not able to see your presentation.
Yeah, 1 minute. Could you see now?
Yeah, it's visible, sir. You can continue.
Yeah, this is basically oil phase. Another vessel is aqueous phase, oil phase, and before vessel is aqueous phase. This is main manufacturing vessel. the phases which were made in aqueous phase vessel and oil phase vessel will be mixed in this main manufacturing vessel, and after manufacturing of complete cream or ointment will be transferred to storage vessel for filling. In this this water phase vessel, we have to fill and all the ingredients to be dissolved in the aqueous phase. If you see, the small stirrer is sufficient for mixing. In the case of wax phase, we have to add all the
Can
ingredients
you
and to be mixed.
share full screen PPT?
Hello. All these aqueous phase and oil phases will be
Excuse
added.
me, sir. Can you share your PPT full screen? Yeah, you can continue.
It is starting from first. That small stirrer is sufficient when we are mixing into aqueous phase. However, for wax phases, we require different types of impellers because of the high viscous nature of the wax phase ingredients and melting of those ingredients. After making those two phases, we have to transfer first aqueous phase to the main manufacturing vessel, and after that wax phase to be added, and it will be formed like cream formulation at higher temperatures. With have you seen the different type of mixers, impeller system will be there, and those things will be are very important for the better mixing of the formulation. With as these formulations are very viscous, we require transfer systems. Pumps, specialized pumps are required to transfer the ointments or creams to storage vessel for subsequent fillings. These are the formulations we have developed in our lab. Some of the formulations like Mintapiova, Cernivo spray, Evernet cream, Nice gel, Boys cream, Eucrisa ointment. All these formulations were developed in the five formulations. First four formulations were developed for India, and last two formulations were developed for US market in our lab. Yeah. Thank you all. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
So this is hello.
Hello.
Yeah, sir, this is Lakshmi.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah, I was thinking if you can explain the testing portion of these ointment and creams, it would help us.
Yeah, for regarding testing of the formulations, generally regular tests of like SA, RS, all these formulations, all these tests will be there. Apart from that, one of the critical parameters are the rheological properties like viscosity, and second thing is very important is like content uniformity. As I told, these formulations are basically disperser systems and will tend to separate out during shelf life. That's the reason we have to be careful when we are giving shelf life. These two are the factors we have to consider. Very important tests to be considered. And rheological properties are the properties like spreadability and the properties how we are spreading and how it is sticking onto the skin. These two are the parameters we have to consider. It has to be same throughout the shelf life.
Yes, so that's good information for us. Hold on, we will check whether there are any questions from users.
Yeah, just madam, I'm checking. Students, anyone having any queries, please put in a chat box. Students, anyone having any queries, please respond. Please put in a chat box. Otherwise, put in a chat box, no queries. Please, students, please respond. Students, please respond. Anyone having any queries, put in a chat box. Nothing. Students are not having any doubts. Students, please, once again, I'm asking, anyone having any queries, please put in the chat box.
So it need not be the session today. Any sessions are there. And regarding the notes, Maheshwari, as agreed, we will share, the PDFs of the presentations to you. You
Yeah,
can
okay, ma'am.
forward it to the students.
Yeah, okay. Okay, madam. Students, anyone having any queries? Last announcement, please respond. No queries. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Students will
Thank
provide a
you,
PPT.
Mogulpally sir. Thank you so much for joining us for the session today and taking us through the topical formulations and giving us a broad awareness on how they are manufactured.
Thank you,
Thank you so
madam.
much. Yeah. So
Thank you.
I
Thank you
think
for arranging.
yeah, Maheshwari, I think you can close the session.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, students. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Students, I have given the feedback form. Please submit that. Based on that only, I will provide the certificates. If you not submitted the feedback form, the attendance will be not count. Please check it and submit. YouTube Live and Facebook Live also have given the feedback form. Yeah, okay. Thank you, everyone.